For the cheapest Madden coins available, check out my sponsor One Stop Mutt to start building that God Squad you've always wanted today. Use code WAZ to get 15% off your order.
What is going on, guys? Wizard of Oz here with another Madden 21 video, and today we have no content. Labor Day, start of the week. Everyone thought we were going to be getting content today, and we don't. And honestly, I was considering making a video kind of directed towards EA, just kind of complaining, and we need content. It's ridiculous that we don't have content, but I didn't want to get too negative, so I just wanted to make my little remarks there. We need content. Apparently, there's a promo coming on Thursday, but we really need daily content. It doesn't have to be flashbacks, veterans, heavyweights. It doesn't have to be those specifically, but we need something. Even if it's not daily, 3 days a week, something like that. We need something, and on top of that, we need the solo battles and the weekend league to come back. I'm not sure if weekend league's going to come back. Apparently, solo battles are getting fixed in the patch tomorrow, so we'll see. But I don't want to talk too much about all that. We're going to be talking about how to make coins when there is no content in Madden, because there will be times throughout the year where we don't have content. That's one of the main complaints of people that play Madden Ultimate Team is lack of content throughout the year. And honestly, EA does a pretty good job of giving us content. Sometimes the content sucks and all that, but usually there is something. But there are times throughout the year where there really isn't much of anything to do. So I wanted to go over a couple of methods, and these are just kind of general methods that you'll be able to use all year to really help you make coins during dead periods like this. Just before we get into this video, guys, if you have been enjoying my channel, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on this video, and leave a comment down below of what you want EA to do in terms of content. I mean, obviously everyone wants it. What's the biggest promo that you're waiting on? Is it flashbacks? Is it veterans? Is it heavyweights? Are you just wanting solo battles back, weekend league? Let me know down in the comments below what you're kind of most pissed off about, because it's kind of all of it for me. It's kind of all of it. We need something to make coins, but let's go ahead and talk about how we can make coins when EA is dropping the ball. All right, before we get into the general methods that are going to kind of work all year long, if you're watching this video a couple of days from when it drops, these methods that I've posted in the past week or so, they all are still valid. The training book method, the MVP superstar. Go back and watch some of my previous videos. I go over a spreadsheet. We're going to take a look at that spreadsheet at the end of this video because there's a lot of cool stuff on it that I think is going to be very helpful throughout the year. But specifically, those methods that I've covered, they are still valid. Numbers have changed and all that, so you're always going to want to go look at the market, but they are still methods that you can do right now. Now, this next method is one that I'm sure a lot of y'all know about, but I wanted to just cover it really quickly. I didn't want to make a sole video on this just because a lot of people have done it already, and it's literally just the Get a Player pack. Now, if you don't know about Get a Player, 500 coins. It's the cheapest thing you can buy. You should be buying these to do your daily objectives if you don't want to buy an actual pack because they're so cheap. But basically, the Get a Player method is just opening up a lot of Get a Player packs, and a lot of people make videos on it. I didn't want to do it because everyone knows about it, and if you don't know about it, then here it is right now in this video. Usually when you're doing this, people will open them at 50,000, 100,000 at a time, just rip them. It's very slow. It's very tedious. I don't like doing it because it's so slow, but it is pretty much guaranteed profit. It really is, because it's only 500 coins. The cards you're getting out of there, even the low silvers, you can put them into exchange sets and exchange your way up and all that good stuff. What you're really hoping for is power-ups, which are silvers technically. Most of them are below 80. I think all of them are below 80 actually. And then of course elites. You will every now and then get a lucky elite. And then sometimes there are some golds that are going for a little bit higher, especially as we get more and more sets throughout the year. Golds that go into the set will go for a higher value. So that's kind of what you're looking for that. I don't want to make a whole video on that, but generally speaking, spend about 25, 50,000, whatever you want towards Get a Player and just run through it. Some people just do it in between games. I don't really like doing it, but it's guaranteed profit. It's just really, really boring. That's why I don't love doing it. The other big thing that you can do when there's really nothing going on and there's just not a lot of content is go and snipe and flip cards specifically. Now, you can always snipe and find good prices, find better training values than whatever we have, but I like to go and flip cards. That's what I do throughout the day when I'm at work. Y'all can see I've actually got a ton of 80s up on the block here right now, or 80s and 81s, because I've been flipping these guys all day, and it's working out really well. You can find them, like I'm selling them now for about 13,000. I'm finding them for below 11,000. I'm going for about 2,000 coin profit on each one. You can go for 1,000, whatever you're comfortable doing. But flipping cards is always going to be a valid method. And this is particularly good to do when people are ripping bundles, like on Legend Saturday, or we get a big promo. Now, of course, this kind of flies in the face of the how to make coins when we're not getting content. But you can do this all the time. We don't have any content today, and we actually have a really good market right now of flipping cards. Now, the 80s to 81s, they dropped from about 15,000 to about 12,000 coins so far today, so they have been dropping and sliding a good bit. That is the hardest part about flipping cards, is you never know if you buy a card at a good price. Yeah, obviously you have to wait the full hour for it to sell usually. Is it still going to sell for that price? Is it going to be a good sell whenever it does sell from what you buy from? So that's kind of a hard part, a little bit of a risk that you take on flipping cards, but that's just kind of working the auction house. If you don't know about working the auction house, go check out my basic sniping tutorial on my channel. It's about 20-minute long, 25-minute long video, just going over a lot of filters. It's very basic, very simple, but it's incredibly powerful, very good to use. So definitely go check that out if you're not entirely sure about sniping. And I'll definitely make some updates to this video throughout the year, because how you can make coins when there's not really a lot of content will change. But basically what I want to talk about for the future, there's not a whole lot of them right now, but as we get more and more sets, right, you can always go back and find some hidden value in there. So like Superstar MVPs are something that we have right now at the beginning of the year. Everyone's doing these. There's a lot of coin methods. One of my previous coin methods was based off of these exchange sets and everything, but a lot of times people will forget about these. The MUT Superstars last year was a good example of this. People literally forget they exist. They'll go and do the gap method, or they'll rip a lot of get a gold packs, things like that, and instead of just quick selling all your binder fodder and all that, you can go and throw them into the exchange sets. So as we progress throughout the year, right now this exchange set, for example, takes 3 70 to 74s, and then you get a 76 to 78. As we progress throughout the year, exchange sets will get higher and higher, because getting a 76 to a 78 is going to be basically useless for anyone a month from now, because a 76 to a 78 will be like 1,000 coins, and it's just not going to be valid. But as we go throughout the year, go back and revisit old sets, like so the Superstar MVPs, the Team Affinity, all of these things, like the team builders right now aren't a good value because everyone was doing them. They're being undercut. They're sold for less and less and less. So they're not a great value right now, but they might pop up in value later as people forget about this set. And that's what you want to do. You want to keep an eye on these things and do these before you're seeing streamers or YouTubers or like myself, Swift, all the big guys. You want to do this before we're putting videos out on it, because, I mean, obviously I'm smaller, so not a ton of people are going to see my videos. But as soon as the bigger guys do it, it's not going to be a very good method anymore, because it like 20, 30,000 people are going to watch their videos, and the method's going to kind of suck. But that can work to your favor, okay? So just keep an eye on old sets is my other tip. Right now, unfortunately, there's not a lot to do because there's only a limited amount of sets. These legend ones, by the way, these are garbage. Don't do these. If y'all didn't watch Xerxes' video where he exchanged all these, he barely broke even. They're not very good. They're a big gamble. Exchanges in general are kind of a gamble, but I'm talking more about these sets like for these heroes and everything. If you're getting a lot of binder fodder later in the year, you're not sure what to do with it, go check some of these prices. Maybe the Lamar Jackson, maybe he gets an upgrade later. Well, he'll definitely get an upgrade in the year. Let's say he gets a 95 at the Christmas promo or something like that. This 89 is going to skyrocket in value, and you might be able to complete this set for pretty much nothing and not even really realize it. So definitely remember who is all in these old sets: Lamar, Terry Matthews, Zeke, all these guys, because if they get upgrades later in the year, they're going to go up in value. All right, in the next little bit I wanted to talk about, I also considered making a whole video on this, but unless y'all want me to, let me know down in the comments, but I don't really see the need. I'm just going to go over the spreadsheet here that I have set up for Madden 21, and I think this is going to be really, really helpful to you guys, so definitely check it out. It is linked down below, 100% free. I try to update it every single day, so I want to go all the way over to the right side here. This isn't really anything. Y'all aren't going to be able to edit this, of course. If you do want to go and make your own copy, you can go up here to File, make a copy, and then you can do it all you want. You can put in your own numbers, update it like 6 times a day if you want. That's totally cool. But obviously I can't let anyone edit this. So over on the right here at the PS4 price log, I'm going to log prices throughout the year. You can see I've already started it. I actually don't have 91s on here because I don't know. I haven't started doing it yet. I'll throw them on there and I'll keep them tracked throughout the year. But I think it'll be really nice to kind of see how prices go throughout the year, when they go down, when they go up and all that. And kind of going along with this, I have these charts here that are just very general, and I've got all these notes on here as like a disclaimer for this. These charts are kind of like when it's best to sell, when it's best to buy and all that based off of the prices. And then here's a daily chart. So this is just a very general. This is assuming no promos, no cards or anything like that. Well, it does assume for the legends because that's kind of what prices tank on Saturdays. These charts are not meant to be taken like 100% accurate all the time, because they won't be, but I get asked all the time, Waz, when's the best time to buy and when's the best time to sell? That's kind of what these are for. But these price logs, I kind of want to eventually, my idea with this is to take all these prices and plot them on a chart so we can kind of see what prices do throughout the year. And I know Mutthead does that, but Mutthead sucks. It's really slow a lot of times, and it's kind of good to have something that we can go and do our own and edit. So if y'all have any recommendations for this, feel free to DM me on Twitter, leave them in the comments on this video. That'd be great. YouTube likes comments, leave them in the comments on this video. But I'm going to be doing this throughout the year. We kind of have the highest value power-ups. These obviously haven't been updated in about a week. These These change throughout the year, but I will update this as much as I can. General info is just going to be sort of a catch-all for everything. We got the platinum card, quick sell values, and this is actually something I wanted to show you really quick. Huge shout out to Mark Leaked for this. Go follow him on Twitter. Let me show you his Twitter account here. Why isn't it letting me open it up? Let me open up his Twitter. All right, here's his Twitter. Go follow him on Twitter. This is a phenomenal spreadsheet that he's put together. And I'm not going to go over all of it here. Gutfox actually just put out a video, so go check out his for a complete breakdown. But this is awesome. Basically, it goes over all the thresholds and everything for abilities. Obviously, some of them are still being figured out, but this is a really, really valuable tool. So I went ahead and linked it in here if you have a hard time finding it. But go to Mark Leak's Twitter. Definitely shoot him a follow for that. That's a pretty sweet tool he gave us. I will put more things in here throughout the year. And then we do have our sniping cheat sheet, and these are updated based off of the PS4 price log. So once I update those, this will give you basically the price, the average cost. These are completely unfiltered. I'm not going to go and find the filtered costs every day. That would take way too long. And then this kind of gives you your profit goal if you want to make a 10% profit off the cost, where you should buy. And this does account for the 90% tax and all that good stuff. So if you can sell it for $3,000 and you want to profit 10%, which is $300, you should buy it at $2,400, because you sell for $3,000, lose 10% off of the tax. That's $2,700, and then you profit $300. So it's really simple math, but sometimes it's really nice to just kind of go look at this. Obviously, these numbers fluctuate throughout the day. You can see the time that I updated it, and these are all based off the PS4 market. Down here in the Xbox, Midnight Hayabusa, who is one of the mods in my Discord. You should join the Discord if you're not already. He goes through and updates the Xbox prices. He's got some of his own like colors, schemes, and stuff going on, so go check his out. For Xbox, regardless, you know, they're pretty much the same price throughout the day. You know, Xbox and PS4, they're pretty close. The other thing down here that I'm going to get, and if y'all, I don't know the best way to organize these tabs down below. It's going to get kind of busy throughout the year, but right now, this is the method that I went over in one of my previous videos, the MVP reroll method. I want to put most of my methods, if it makes sense to make a tab for them and make like all the calculations and everything, I want to put them on here so that if y'all watch my video, rather than go back and re-watching the video, which you should do anyway, you should watch all my videos like 87 times without skipping ads just for the fun of it. But obviously that's not practical to do. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So this is a pretty easy way for y'all to go onto the spreadsheet here and look at numbers. And again, like I say, all these numbers are based off of this time whenever I updated it. It's good to know, but it's just really easy to follow along. Some people, it's easier to follow along with a spreadsheet like this with just the numbers rather than watch a video. And I totally get that. And that's kind of what I wanted to give y'all here. My method sort of laid out in a more mathematical fashion. And right, this is a little crazy, this one. I want to make it more easy to follow, more step-based. So again, let me know if you have any recommendations for how to do that. But I'm really just wanting this to be easy for y'all to understand. We got a couple people in here. Shout out to Anonymous Rhino, Anonymous Loris, Anonymous Iguana, all these people that are just chilling in here. Y'all made the video, so congratulations. But then the final one over here, I talked about Midnight Hayabusa's updates. These are my updates for the PS4 market. This is what's going to be updated every day. This pulls the prices from the PS4 price log, and then just gives you the training quick sell values. And of course, I need to add the 91s in here. But for mine personally, the 3 green ones are going to be the lowest. This is updated automatically, but this is the lowest CPT, which is cost per training point. All you do for that is the cost divided by the training quick sell value, and that gives you this number. So obviously, the lower the better in terms of getting cheap training. Training is very expensive right now, so it's valuable to know. So yes, these numbers aren't always going to be super accurate. I updated this today at noon, so if you're jumping on at 7 o'clock at night, the numbers will probably be a little bit different, but it's good to go and get a idea of where the numbers are at. And again, if you want to make your own copy, feel free to go do that. File, make copy, but you can't update this one. Sorry about that. But anyway, guys, that is about it. That was kind of a catch-all video for me. A bunch of crap that I wanted to talk about. Maybe if y'all want, I can break out and make individual videos on the GAP method. I don't really see a need to do that. It would get views, but I don't want to just, clickbait y'all. And it's a great method. It really is. But I don't see the need in making a video. So let me know if y'all want to see that one, maybe more in-depth on this or any ideas. Let me know down in the comments below. Of course, if y'all have been enjoying the channel, please subscribe. Thank y'all so much for the support. It's been awesome lately. We got over 1,700. That's friggin' great. I haven't even been on YouTube a year, so I'm very, very excited about that. Thank y'all so much for watching, putting up with all my bull crap, following me on Twitter, all that stuff. Y'all are awesome. Thank you very, very much. And I hope y'all did enjoy watching that video. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one.